Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 70 of our FTB OceanBlock Let's Play series, where today we are working on getting applied energistics set up so we can get some singularities going and terror steel. So yeah, let's get going. Welcome back to Oil Rig TheAndrata, and today we are, again, as I've said the past few episodes, working on singularities. First thing I want to note is if you happen to hear any noises going on in the background here, I have to have my puppers in the office with me as I'm recording because they can't handle being on their own, and the wife is out at the moment. So they're in here with me. If they start to get a little rowdy, I'll cut and, take care of it and, get them under control a little bit. But for the most part, if you hear any, noises, little dog playing or anything like that in the background, that's what's going on. Today, we're going to be working on singularities, of course. General consensus is that all these singularities that are boring, which is pretty much the rest of them, I'm going to just take care of and do on my own, like the plastic, pig iron, and all that stuff. We have the seeds for these. So really, it's just the singularity, the terra steel singularity, and even this is easy enough. And I think the magical egg singularity is going to be the only other complicated one. Let's take a look and see what that's going to require. Because we have to, in order to do this, we need, obviously, to craft magical eggs, which is going to require semi-stable ingots and eggs, which we already have. And it's going to require these experience pearls. Are gotten when you kill a mob with experience harvester enchant. Now, does that... What is this from? This is from mini utilities. Experience harvester. Like, first off, how do I get this? If I have to do book cycling, that's going to be a pain. What I have gotten, though, is the compressed experience, and I have 2 of these that we've gotten as random rewards. Speaking of random rewards, let's go ahead and pick up all of the singularities that we've gotten so far, just to get any quests taken care of. And we're going to go ahead and turn them in, and maybe we'll get some more experience pearls. I think with this, there's enough, if I remember correctly, but we'll just be safe. So we got some industrial foregoing, immersive quests, thermal, power, RF tools. We have a lot of quests, like all the seeds that I've made, which is at this point almost all the seeds, pretty much. Integrated dynamics, and then all the singularities. So we'll just go ahead and bada boop. No experience, it looks like, but we completed the Flux Networks chapter by doing that. We got the Flux storage, which is pretty cool. So we have lapis clusters, clay can go away. Blocks of netherite is nice. Laser lens, supremium furnace. We got a crusher. We got an Imperium pickaxe, an energy hopper, remote storage module, a Toma Peritia, which is great. We got a piece of bedrock, auxiliary processing sleeve, and an infinity saw. This is from industrial foregoing. It's basically a saw that will chop down trees. That is going to drain our power. Oh my god, go away. Stop. Go away. It literally... That drained, like, how much power did that just drain? I forgot that it charges. Oh my gosh. That just drained 5 billion RF from our system. Immediately, that fast. Okay, well, that's something. A mana weave robe, animal baby separator, necrotic bone cleaver, windmill, flux block, appetite seeds, Imperium, a void sigil, an iron jetpack, a prudentium broadaxe, and that is about it. Yeah, that was like a massive failure on my part. I totally wasn't even thinking that that's going to drain a ton of power. 5 billion RF just drained into that. Good thing we got 1.47 trillion power in our system. That charged quick. I did not expect that to charge that fast. Anyway, so we can go ahead and break down all of these experiences. Let's see, I'm going to have to do that 4 times. 5 times. Oh my goodness. I probably should just teach the system how to do this, because this is going to very quickly fill up my inventory with all this stuff. To break this stuff down into its requisite, goodness gracious. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we're going to teach the system. We're going to take this backwards. Is that going to be... It's going to kind of be a pain to do, isn't it? Each one of these gives me 8. I guess, you know what? 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 We're good. Let's do this. So let's see. Let's do the compressed pearls because we can teach the system. We'll do the rest of these 5x ones, sure, and then we will teach the system how to go from 4x down because it can just do it as the experienced pearls are requested, and we'll teach the system, you know, hey, you know, you're gonna drop it down like so. So we're gonna say, you know, a a compressed pearl, we're going to say a 3x pearl is a 4x. And then we're going to say a 2x is a 3x. And then a 1x is a 2. And then we just need these ones. The experience pearls is going to be a 1x. It's going to go into 8 of those. There we go. So now it'll be able to craft those, and then I don't have to do all that manual clicking because, oh my gosh, once we get to the 1x, it's going to be like millions, I imagine. I don't know, but it seems like it's going to be a lot of freaking experience. I just shift clicked the magical egg, which means it put it up top. So we don't want that there. We want that to go here. And so now if I request a magical egg, it should be able to downcraft. And there we go, magical egg. So then we can just get our crafting card, stack upgrade, speeds, the whole gamut, and a catalyst. And there we go, magical eggs are taken care of. I thought that was going to be a little harder. If we end up needing more experience, that will be harder to do. We're gonna have to first off get that enchant, and then we're gonna have to figure out some way to kill enemies where it counts as a player killing them, even though a player is not the one killing them. And then yeah, all of that good stuff. And I am out of room for singularities, so we will just hold off on the magical egg, and I will work on that in between episodes. But I'm gonna take a magical egg. We know that we are ready to go with this guy, right? Cool. So magical egg, we can teach this because I need to set up the importers and exporters. And I'll just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. Importer, just make 20. Exporter, 20. And there we go. So now I'll just have those ready to go at all times. So that takes care of the magical egg singularity. Oak is going to be easy enough. I did go ahead and accelerate our wood essence, so we should be getting a bunch of that back in the system. We have pig iron being created. Raw neural processors is just quartz and diamond and obsidian, and crafting tables. That's all easy. We're going to be bottlenecked by our advanced process. Oh no, this is just raw. So we're not going to be bottlenecked. I thought these were cooked, but nope, it's raw neural processors. Refined obsidian will be fine. We have the seeds, silicon, we have seeds, singularities, we don't. Terra steel is going to be our next step. Now, Terra steel does have seeds available to it, so we can craft Terra steel essence, which requires Terra steel seeds. So we'll add that to our to-do list. We need to make 4 Terra steel. So let's go ahead and do that because it's gonna be a little process to get the 4 Terra steel made, and then after that we're good to go. So what do we need? From Botania, we're gonna need sparks, right? We're gonna need at least 2 sparks. Okay. And then we're going to need the agglomeration plate, which is this guy. It's just going to require a bunch of runes. We should be able to teach the system or have the system craft the runes for us. Because remember, many moons ago, we taught auto crafting here. And look, it's working fantastically. I love this setup. I hope I remember how to do this setup in future playthroughs because I tend to forget things. I'm going to have to go back through. It's the ADHD in me. Anyway, so we have a Terra steel agglomeration plate. Bam. And then we're going to need, oh, I always forget. It's living rock and lapis blocks. And we have to set this up in a 9x9, right? And it has to be near here. Is it you, and then you, like this? Or is it the other way around? I'm gonna have to get the book out. I always forget which way it goes. Reset, Botania, Terra Steel, it is, yeah, it is like this. It's like this. And I think it's living rock in the middle even. Bam. And then the Terra Steel agglomeration plate can sit here. And then we're going to put a spark here and a spark here. So those two are going to be linked, which is good. And then we just need to get the Terra Steel. And then Terra Steel is crafted. It's like one of each: mana pearl, mana diamond, mana steel, mana pearl, mana diamond. Yeah. So we need mana steel, mana pearl, and mana diamond. We're going to need 2 more mana steel. Bam. Okay. And then we can just doop, doop, doop. If I could throw them properly. There we go. And we're going to drain a lot of mana with this, by the way. We may even need to set up like a dominant spark augment. If we do a dominant spark and then we set sparks up on all the other pools, that will move all the mana from those pools over to our main pool, right? Is that assessment fair? If I put you here, here, and here, and then I dominant you, mana will go from those into there? Yes. And then it should be able to go over to here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, they fell off. Okay. One, two, three. Really? I gotta pick up the Terra Steel. You couldn't just let me do it. This is easy Terra Steel. We're gonna blow through a lot of our mana here with this, by the way, but that's okay. We have it set up to be infinite mana, and honestly, after this, we're probably not going to use Botania too much anymore. Now, didn't I set this up to stop the blue ice? Blue ice. Emit a signal when under the amount. Oh, it was supposed to be that way. And then I need to have this only work without redstone signal. Well, we have 4,000 blue ice in the system, so yeah, we got that going for us. I was like, man, we have that thing's just been running, and I thought I had set it to stop, but apparently I flubbed that up. We can do less than, and then only work with redstone signal. That way, it'll keep 128 in the system. And there we go. And then these things are just, they're cranking away. So we now have the ability to craft the Terra Steel seeds. That's just going to require us to get the, the things that we need for seeds, Force Supremium, and Prosperity Seed Base. Do I have more Prosperity Seed Bases? Please tell me I do. They're not the easiest. Okay, I do have some left over. And then for Supremium, fun fact, why do I have Insanium in here? That should be being converted over to coal. Oh, automations are acting funky for the production of all of our things. Like, do I have Singularities? Do I have any of those Supremium coal ones yet? No. Why is the question. I'm out of coal. No, I'm not out of coal. Supremium coal, go. I can craft it. So why are you not asking for it? I don't know. I really don't know why these things are acting so funky. Is it because I can't, where is it? Why isn't cake being produced right now? Is it because I have stack upgrades in there and it's trying to request 64 at a time and it can't? Yes, I guarantee that's what it is. It's waiting to have the 64 in there before it'll do it. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that it requests the 64, but I also want it to just run and do the things that it needs to do. So I'm going to fix those all later. And then I will plant the Terra Steel seeds later, and then we'll have Terra Steel going into a thing. So we have the ability for this. Let's get speed upgrades. Put those there, and we're good to go. And then we're going to need another 3 with a catalyst and a crafting upgrade. Bam. Okay, so that'll do Terra Steel. And it's Terra Steel nuggets, by the way, which is great. It's not going to be, we're going to get 9 for every ingot that we're able to craft. So that's going to take care of the Terra Steel. So then basically the only thing left is going to be our applied energistic singularity. Now, again, prefacing with this with I have not played with applied energistics a lot. I've mainly been a refined storage person because I like refined storage. Refined storage is not only easier because it doesn't deal with channels, it's also easier to get into versus applied energistics, which can be a pain to get into. It has been, as far as I know, adjusted in the latest version of applied energistics. They actually made it easier to start. That way it's more on par with refined storage. But yeah, anyway, that's where we're at with this. So we need to make this matter condenser, but we're also going to need to make the 64K ME storage component here. Let's see, does our book, I imagine our book will walk us through the beginning of applied energistics because, well, I'm going to need a little bit of help with this. Okay, so ME drive, that stores. I don't need storage other than the fact that I have to make the one storage thing. What do we need first? We're going to need inscriber silicon press. Okay, so we're going to need Certus quartz essence. No, we're going to need, okay, so we're going to need all of these things. Silicon, block of iron, low temperature, and we're making in an inscriber. Let's see, what do we need just to get to this? 64K ME storage component. It's going to require a calculation processor, which is going to require an inscriber calculation press, inscriber silicon. Okay, and that's also going to require inscribers, of course. So that's at least 2 inscribers, 3 inscribers, it looks like. And then these are going to require the same thing, going to require the same thing, just some Certus quartz, and then a logic processor, which is going to require a logic press, and then the silicon one again. Okay, so you basically need to create, what is it, 4 inscribers? Does that sound accurate? 4 inscribers total to get this going? And then we can get everything going. Okay, so inscribers, what do you take? You take Fluix crystal. Do I have anything from applied energistics? I do have charged Certus quartz. I have regular Certus quartz. I do not have any Fluix, apparently. So let's see, where do we get this? Drop 1 charged Certus quartz, 1 nether quartz, and a redstone dust into a puddle next to one another, and wait a moment to receive 2 Fluix crystals. Okay, so it's you, and nether quartz. That's going to get us 2, correct? I just want to test this out. It just says drop it into a puddle. This looks like a puddle. It's the ocean. It's a very large puddle, but what if I run away? Don't pick that stuff up. Hey, there we go. Fluix crystals. Get over here. All right, cool. So we need to do a few of those because we're going to have to craft a few of these. So we're going to need, I think it was at least 1, 2, 3, 4 total of these. So we need at least 2 more. Can I bulk do this? Like if I were to put 2 of each in there? Well, I meant to hit Control Q, but it didn't work. So there we go. Give me those. Hey, give me those. It's probably not a good spot to do it. We got flowing water. We have flowing water here, but at least it's all flowing that direction. There we go. Bam. Okay, so that's Fluix crystals. So we need inscribers. We're going to need sticky pistons, 8 of them. And there's 4 inscribers. Okay. And then we need to get these presses. In order to do that, we're going to need to just get a jar, which we have over here, but we're going to need low temperature, so we can swap-a-rooney these. You're going to go there, and you're going to go there. And then it is pure Certus. Okay, we got to make pure Certus apparently. Pure Certus. Drop a Certus quartz seed made from Certus core dust and sand into a puddle of water, and it is slow. And I'm gonna have to set up Certus quartz dust. Are there seeds for all these things? I don't like waiting. I don't like waiting for things. I don't want to wait. Certus quartz. Crusher. Crush it. Seed. Certus quartz seed is you, and we're gonna just get a bunch of those. And then it said do what with it now? Enrich it. Ah, there we go. Speed things up. I like speeding everything up. Certus quartz seed. And we're going to throw that into an enriching factory. Haha. Ain't nobody got time to wait around for stuff to grow. Applied energistics, I need it to be done immediately. And then we just need this and a block of iron. And it looks like we're going to need 3 blocks of iron, so I'll just go ahead and grab them all. And then we need silicon. That makes sense. And I think the last one is gold. Okay. Let's drop all of this in here. We're going to say, hey, make me that one. Okay. And then make me that one. And then make me that one. That one. I'm missing one here. Inscriber logic silicon. Where did that one go? Okay. And I need iron. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know what happened there. It went weird. All right. So then we have our inscribers. This is our automation area. We can go ahead and take down our engineer's workbench, though, because I believe we're going to be done with that. Lapis blocks can go away. Those can go away. And we're good. So let's stay away from our cake area and see how we set these inscribers up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These require power. Yes, they do. Universal cables. Flux point. And we only have to do this to create one of these things. So I'm not going to worry about, automating this or anything. We're literally crafting one of the things, these matter condensers and that 64K thing, and then we're good to go. So I don't need to worry about doing anything extra. Okay. So I believe the presses go on the top, and it's probably going to go like, I'm going to say silicon and then calculation and then logic, if that makes sense. It does in my brain. And so then we're going to need the 64K thing. We're also going to need this, but I need to crush some Fluix dust. In a future playthrough, by the way, we will actually do this appropriately, right? I'm not gonna do this like this. So let's make 16K. Each one of these is going to need 3. We need calculation processors across the board and a couple logic pressers. Okay. So we need this and this. Printed silicon. That is silicon inside of there. So let's get 2 stacks of that, right? And the silicon press. Oh, you can only do one at a time? I bet we can hopper it, though. But then I need to be able to hopper out, or we'll just pipe it out. Item pipe. Pipe wrench. Now, is this going to pipe out the press? Because that's going to be annoying if it does. And what is this? Excuse me. How did you end up in there? Does this move down the chain? Or is it because I pulled it? And yeah, that's probably what it was. Okay. So let's get a chest for all this stuff to go into. And I'm sure people are like, that is not how you do applied energistics, TheAndrata. This is not appropriate. I do not like this. I'm sorry. If you have an issue, I'm sorry. Okay, you cannot hop her into here. Can we hop her into the side, maybe? These have dedicated spots, right? The top, the middle, and the bottom. Can we... So maybe this is the top slot, right? So this would be the middle slot on the side. Is that a fair assessment? Yeah, that's what it is. See, I know some, and there are speed upgrades that you can get. I know a little bit about this, so we're going to actually have to space these out so I can access the middle. And then, yeah, okay. But anyway, so we're getting the silicon, the printed silicon, and then we're going to need printed logic circuits, which is gold in the logic circuit one. It's calculation press, logic press. Let's do you, give me that, you, and you. And then power. Like I said, I'm sure there are easier ways to do this, absolutely. But yeah, this is how we're doing it, all right? Suggestions. Give me suggestions in the comments to do it better. I want to know for future reference. I'm sure there's going to be some playthrough that we're going to come up on that we're going to be required to use applied energistics, and I'm going to need to know how to do this the appropriate way. So if you have any, if there's any tutorials that you like or stuff that you've seen that people have done, let me know that I can watch so I can do this properly. But as it stands now, we're doing this the TheAndrata way, which is not necessarily the correct way until I get to the point where we have what we need. Okay, so you are going to be logic, and then we're going to put you in there, and then you can be calculation. If you don't want the silicon in there, you need to go over to there. And then the other one is a calculation processor, which is actually the printed silicon in the calculation circuit, which is pure Certus quartz. So you can go in there and at least get me these, and then we can do the combos over here. So we're going to get some redstone, a stack of this stuff. We're going to put it there. Was that where it went? It is where it goes, but it won't let me put it in there. Maybe I have to have the printed calculation first and a silicon. And then it'll let me put a redstone in there. Or you know what? It was probably because I was trying to put a whole stack in there. And there we go. Calculation processors ready to go. So yeah, basically we're just gonna do this. So what I'll do is, because it's about wrapping up point, I'll let these run, get us all the parts that we're gonna need, and then I will go ahead and craft this 64K thing. And if I actually go and teach the system how to make it, because I'll just let the system do it on its own, we'll do this. And you're going to need to know how to make these. And you're going to need to know how to make these. And these. And we'll have these in the system, right? And then you're going to need to know how to make this. Or no, you're going to need to know not how to make them. I'm going to make them myself. Yeah, and then this should tell me how many I'm going to need. If I say I need a 64K ME storage component, I'm going to need 13 calculation processors and 27 logic processors. There we go. So 13 calculation processors, and 27 of these. Okay. So what I'll do is grab some cobble just to give myself there's 13 and then 27. Haha. That way I don't have to write it down anywhere. I don't have a pen handy, okay? So we're going to say 13 of you, and then it's 27 of these guys. Printed logic circuit? No. Applied energistics processor. This guy, logic processor, which is going to be the printed logic circuit and then redstone. So we need this and this. And I know that the upgraded inscribers can hold stacks of these things. I just don't know if, like, inscriber there's like the automated inscriber. If I remember correctly, there's an automated inscriber that will make it do all. You can put stacks in there. I don't know what it's called though. So, charger inscriber. Molecular, no, that's the crafting component thing. You need those in order to craft. Like I said, I really don't know much about this mod. Anyway, whatever. I'll make all these in between episodes. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that's it for this episode. And then next episode, really, after we get this taken care of, that is going to be our hardest one. I'm going to program the Terra Steel. I'm going to program the magical eggs. And then really, after we do this, we'll set up the Singularity, and then it's just a matter of AFKing until we have enough of these to be able to do endgame stuff, to do the creative item things. So this playthrough is honestly wrapping up fairly soon. If you have any suggestions for our next mod pack, I haven't really taken a look and seen if there's anything new coming out. I know 1.18 is starting to get some mods updated for it, and I'd like to progress with Minecraft itself. So if you know of any 1.18 mod packs that are looking pretty cool, let me know. Shout them out in the comments and I'll take a look at them. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.